Our goal is that they never breathe air outside of a prison again.
For the last year, Polk County investigators, along with the Florida State Attorney General's Office and FDLE, all working together to take down the notorious street gang Sex Money Murder. Using court-ordered wiretaps, they were able to intercept enough evidence from listening to alleged gang members' cell phones and monitoring social media.
30-year-old Charles has been arrested more than a dozen times. In 2007, he talked to News Channel 5 from jail, marked even then by police as a gang leader.
Like right now, the big talk is about one click, top six, but saying something happens in Boynton, top six, Lantana, top six, Lake Worth, definitely top six.
The Palm Beach County Gang Task Force says a year before this interview, members of Top Six shot and killed a man at the Boynton Beach Mall on Christmas Eve. The victim, Berno Charmelade, was an alleged rival gang member.
Florida has been home to various violent gangs, each led by influential figures who have significantly impacted their communities through criminal activities. These gang leaders have orchestrated crimes ranging from drug trafficking and armed robbery to murder and racketeering, drawing the attention of law enforcement and the public. This essay delves into the lives and criminal enterprises of several notorious gang leaders from Florida, exploring their rise to power, their criminal operations, and the consequences of their actions.
The price, 65 years worth. That's the fate tonight for a local gang leader.
Futo Charles became the face of Top Six, a name lawmen said was shorthand for violence that claimed at least 14 lives and terrorized part of our community.
Information that this victim from Monday's murder was set to testify here at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. And we do have a picture of the victim, so I want to get that up first. Police have also confirmed the victim's name, Igel Gaffrard. They say he was found shot to death in West Palm Beach on Monday morning. And apparently, according to detectives, he was at a birthday party and was standing in the parking lot of Forum Place. Well, police say that shots were fired and he was shot several times as he tried to run off. Officers are also telling us a second person was shot but survived. And then police have released a little bit of information about the suspect, but we're waiting for a more detailed description. They do say that the shooter ran off to a waiting car. Again, the police spokesman confirms that Gaffrard was set to testify in the trial of accused Top Six gang leader Futo Charles. And investigators say that the Top Six gang is connected to drugs, guns, and dozens of shootings.
Prosecutors had argued the Top Six gang spread its web of drug violence across Lake Worth and parts of Palm Beach County for years.
Time to put an end to that and put an end to people just like him.
15 deputies lined the walls and aisles of the courtroom. Extra security, perhaps because of news that Igel Gaffrard, a witness expected to testify, was shot to death Monday. No arrests have been made. Charles dropped his head to the table when his mother and sister begged the judge for mercy.
I'm like 64 years old. If Futo goes to jail, I will never see him again.
Justice, please. Please, just give her all she gets.
The judge was unmoved, sentencing Charles to the maximum penalty, 65 years in prison. It's the end of a long saga. 30-year-old Charles has been arrested more than a dozen times. In 2007, he talked to News Channel 5 from jail, marked even then by police as a gang leader.
Like right now, the big talk is about one click, top six, but saying something happens in Boynton, top six, Lantana, top six, Lake Worth, definitely top six.
The Palm Beach County Gang Task Force says a year before this interview, members of Top Six shot and killed a man at the Boynton Beach Mall on Christmas Eve. The victim, Berno Charmelade, was an alleged rival gang member.
Futo Charles is a former leader of the Top Six gang in South Florida, a group known for its extreme violence and criminal activities, including over 14 homicides and 150 shootings. The gang, which primarily consisted of Haitian migrants, was notorious in Palm Beach County. Charles was convicted in 2011 on multiple charges, including racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering, leading to a 65-year prison sentence. His leadership saw the gang involved in various violent and criminal enterprises, making a significant impact on the local community. Brandon Washington is a former gang leader from Palm Coast, Florida, affiliated with the East Coast Bloods. He led a gang known as the 9 Tech Grenades and Brick Mafia, which was involved in various criminal activities, including drug sales, gun trafficking, robberies, and home invasions. His criminal activities and leadership were described as a reign of terror by law enforcement, leading to a significant negative impact on the Flagler County community. In 2011, Washington was convicted of several serious charges, including second-degree murder, racketeering, and armed burglary, in connection with a 2007 home invasion during which his associate, Rashawn Pugh, was killed by the intended victim. Despite not pulling the trigger, Washington was deemed the mastermind behind the operation, leading to his conviction and multiple life sentences without parole. Washington has repeatedly contested his conviction and sentence through various appeals, arguing ineffective assistance of counsel and other legal technicalities. His efforts to overturn his conviction have largely been unsuccessful, though he continues to seek post-conviction relief. Keon Moore is a high-ranking member of the Money, Power, Respect (MPR) gang in Tampa, Florida. He was sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in federal prison in 2022 for possessing a firearm and ammunition as a convicted felon, as well as for possessing controlled substances with intent to distribute. The charges were part of a broader effort by federal and local authorities to combat violent crime and gang activity in the Tampa Bay area. Moore's criminal activities included storing and distributing guns and drugs, as well as using violence to collect drug debts. Evidence presented during his trial included messages in which individuals pleaded with Moore not to resort to violence over unpaid drug debts. His conviction involved the discovery of firearms and significant quantities of drugs in a storage unit he rented, linking him to multiple unsolved shootings. Marvin Andrew Wilkins, also known as the Don, was a leader of the Money Mafia gang in Florida. He was involved in serious criminal activities, including racketeering and murder. In 2015, he was charged with orchestrating the murder of 18-year-old Mark Williams, who was suspected of informing a rival gang. Wilkins ordered his associates to carry out the murder, providing them with firearms. Williams was found shot multiple times. Wilkins' criminal activities had a significant impact on the community. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Using court-ordered wiretaps, they were able to intercept enough evidence from listening to alleged gang members' cell phones and monitoring social media to charge 41 suspects with a total of 121 felonies, infiltrating the entire organization from top to bottom.
What's his nickname? His AKA? T-Murder. Isn't that appropriate? T-Murder. Oh, by the way, he's running. He's on the lam.
The Department of Corrections also involved. The gang's alleged prison leader, Donahue Stevenson, also charged. He's already serving time in Santa Rosa County.
He's called the high behind the G wall, or the gangster wall. He's the high in the prison. And then there's Tanisha Fisher. She's 36. She's the first lady of Florida. That's right. That's what they call her. She was also known as smuggling K2 into the prisons. That's right. She would take religious material such as this, spray K2 on it, and smuggle it into the prison so that they would have narcotics in the prison.
The multi-agency investigation was also able to take down North Carolina's alleged sex money murder leader,
Hernando Thompson, also known as the leader of the sex money murder gang in Florida, has been a central figure in the criminal activities associated with this violent gang. Thompson, along with other high-ranking members, was involved in a range of crimes including racketeering, conspiracy to commit racketeering, and directing criminal gang activity. His leadership extended beyond state lines, coordinating activities and gatherings for the gang, which is affiliated with the larger Bloods gang network. The gang's activities included home invasions, drug trafficking, and violent crimes, significantly impacting communities in Polk County and beyond. Investigations revealed the use of coded language in communications to evade law enforcement and detailed how the gang managed to operate both inside and outside prison walls. In 2020, Thompson was known to organize state and national meetings for gang members, ensuring the coordination and expansion of their criminal operations. Law enforcement efforts culminated in a major crackdown on the sex money murder gang, resulting in numerous arrests and significant charges against its members, including Thompson. These operations highlighted the extensive network and sophisticated methods used by the gang to maintain its activities. The stories of gang leaders like Futo Charles, Brandon Washington, Marvin Andrew Wilkins, Keon Moore, and Hernando Thompson highlight the severe impact of organized crime on communities in Florida. Their leadership in various gangs has led to widespread violence, fear, and disruption. Law enforcement's efforts to combat these criminal enterprises have resulted in significant arrests and convictions, but the ongoing challenge remains to dismantle these gangs completely. Understanding these individuals' roles and the broader implications of their activities is crucial for developing effective strategies to address gang-related violence and crime.